So the next thing I want to look at with you involves looking at graphs and trying to pick out which graph is going to represent f, which is going to represent f prime, what's going to represent f double prime. Before we get started, colored pencils or pens is going to make this a little bit easier. Take a moment, go find some of those. I'll wait. In number 1, I have two functions presented. One of them is f, one of them is f prime. What I'm going to do, because I find when I have two graphs on top of each other, I often get a little bit confused which one is which, so I'm really just going to use my colors to trace out each graph to sort of separate them for myself. I'm going to trace this one out in orange. I'm going to trace this one out in blue. Oh good, the colors are coming through. Go trace out those two graphs. Now, what I need to look for, where f has a positive slope, f prime needs to have positive y values. Where f has a negative slope, f prime needs to have negative y values. The way I'm going to figure out which is which, I'm just going to guess. I'm going to say that the blue is f and the orange is f prime, and I'm going to try to make sure that my slopes and y values match up. I see that this has a negative slope until here. Does the other graph, which I'm assuming is f prime, have negative y values there? Yeah, I don't think so. So I guessed wrong. Let me change my guess. Let me say that the orange is f and the blue is f prime. The orange has a positive slope over here, and I see f prime taking on positive values there. Then f has a negative slope. I see negative y values. Then a positive slope, positive y values. Yeah, everything is checking. That's the correct way to label them. Now, there's a little bit of a way you can cheat in a problem like number 1. I think f kind of looks like a cubic function, and you know the derivative of a cubic function is a quadratic function. So that kind of works over there. Problem is that logic won't help us in a problem like 2, definitely not like 3. So we really do need to kind of think graphically about positive slopes, positive values, and all of that. Take a moment, trace out the 2 in number 2 in 2 different colors. How about you try this? See if you can figure out which one is f, and then make sure that where that one has a positive slope, the other has positive y values, and so on. See what you can do. Well, I have no idea, so again, I'm going to just sort of guess. I'm going to say the orange is f. I see a small negative slope over there. Does blue have negative y values? Yeah. Then I see a positive slope. Ooh, but blue doesn't have positive y values, so I guessed wrong. I think blue is going to be f. I see a negative slope. Yeah, I see negative y values on orange. I see a positive slope. I see positive y values on orange. I see a negative slope. Negative y values on orange. I also see my slope's pretty close to 0. My y values are close to 0. Yep, things are checking. Well, there's nothing that says we have to stop with just 2. Let's look at 3 graphs. Take a moment, trace those out in 3 different colors. Okay, so I've got an orange over here. Got a blue. See, will this lime green show up? Oh yeah, it does kind of show up. I'm going to do what I did before. I'm just going to guess and see if things work. How about I guess that orange is F? Why not? When orange has a positive slope, is there a graph with positive y values? Oh, I think I see one. Which graph has positive y values over here, green or blue? Yeah, I think green does. Let me make sure everything else is good, though. I see a negative slope. I see negative y values in that region. I see a positive slope, positive y. Yeah, things are checking. We're good. Although, you know what? I don't actually know that orange is F and green is F prime. All that I know is that green is the derivative of orange. They could be F prime and F double prime for all I know. Let me assume things are good, and let me keep checking. If blue is the derivative of green, then where green has a negative slope, blue needs to have negative y values. Oh, I think that's good. Then I see a positive slope, positive y values, that's good. Negative slope, yeah, things are checking. I guess my original guess was right. Orange is F, green is F prime, blue is F double prime. One more of these. We're going to look at the sheet titled More Fun with F, F prime, F double prime. We're going to trace these out, and it gets a little messy in the middle. So hopefully I'm going to trace these out properly. Let's see. So I think it's going to look kind of like this. I hope I picked that out right. I will not give you something on a test or quiz where it's this kind of weird in the middle where it could kind of go in any direction. The video is going to pause, and after you've traced those out, I want to see if you can come up with what's F prime, and what's F double prime. Okay, I'm guessing orange is F, because it worked for me last time. Let's see, positive slope, positive y values, that's good. Negative slope, I've got negative y values there. Then I see a positive slope, a zero slope, and a more positive slope. Positive y value, 0, positive, yeah, that's good. Then I see a negative slope, things are good. I think orange is F and blue is F prime. Well, or at least blue is the derivative of orange, that's all I really know. Then I see a negative slope until there. Green has negative y values, oh, that's looking good. Positive slope, positive y values. And I think I'm going to stop checking, but yeah, things work, and I did happen to guess right. That really was just a guess. If your guess wasn't right, adjust things and then try some other combination.